Welcome everyone. It's day 4 of the American Cup, the post-game show where we show you highlights of today and what happened. I'm Women Grandmaster Katerina Nemcova and I'm joined by Grandmaster Yasser, Seirawan and Grandmaster Cristian Chirila.
Yeah, Kate, it was great calling the action.
Great day.
It was really wonderful. In the ladies section, it was Irina Krush who needed to win in the classical to tie up the match as she was trailing 1-0, and she had her chances. However, Alice Lee would not cooperate. Have a look at our highlight videos. King e2, queen d3 check. If I go to the back rank, just as you were saying.
Another check, forcing the king to go back to e2.
And Irina can't escape. And that's the draw.
Right now, Alice is thinking if she has a win.
Well, she was just checking it because she's got time to do that. And guess what?
Queen f5, queen d3. We're going to see a repetition.
And it's going to be over. So at least one player will go to the champions bracket without a playoff. And it could easily have gone the other way because yesterday, as we know, Irina had her chance of potentially winning the game.
But we have to say that Alice kind of survived a very difficult position here out of the opening.
She definitely did. And there it is. A draw.
She doesn't need more. She's very happy with the draw here.
Absolutely. That clinches the match. And by the way, this will be the first time in the series between them where Alice isn't going into the elimination bracket, but it's actually Irina. Irina in her two championship...
And it's a draw between Irina Krush and Alice Lee, and Alice won the match.
Exactly.
Moves on to the championship bracket finals.
And in the open, we had Hikaru and Lanier Dominguez.
They drew the first game.
Right. And anybody who wins the second game will win the match and continue in the champions bracket. Have a look at the highlight video of this game. Okay, I mean, I don't know other than e6. Knight f1 check, king f3. I mean, this queen e1 check is on black's agenda. That's hurtful. If I go back, this is hurtful. Yuck. No, I mean, I'm really, that's it. That's the end of the road. Oh, you can do the same thing. Sorry, you're right. And a handshake. Congratulations.
So Hikaru Nakamura won this game and won the match with this game.
He overcomes a very, very difficult opponent, and with that victory, does get back to the ranks of the 2,800. And Cristian, you have some of the ladies' games to share the highlights.
Absolutely. 2 of those matches went into the tie breaks because guess what? Carissa Yip was in a must-win situation with the black pieces. She won the classical game and forced the tie breaks. And Tatev Abrahamian, she was on the ropes in this one as well in their first game. In fact, at this point, after the move rook to e7, Tatev with the black pieces, Carissa putting a lot of pressure with the white pieces. As you can see, there is a lot of pieces surrounding the black king on h7. All she had to do at this point is exactly what she did. Bishop to h3 first, attacking this pawn on f5. Rook to f7, you're forced to go back. Right. And now all she had to do was simply take on f5, piece sacrifice, queen takes f5, queen takes h6, king to g8. And at this point, you have a couple of ways of winning it. The simple one would be to just simply take the piece back. You have a couple of extra pawns, and there's absolutely nothing to worry about your king. The more fancy way of winning this position would have been to just simply go rook to d5, swing the rook to g5, and that would be pretty much all she wrote. Now, she didn't do that. She started with rook to d5, very appealing as well, but after the move, knight to e7, and this is what she calculated. Bishop takes h6, and she was thinking, hey, you take on h6, I take on f7, I'm winning this one easily. What she missed was that after bishop takes h6, I can play this move, queen to g6, force the queen away from the attack of the rook on f7, and if you do take on g6, which you're pretty much forced to do right now, now you have a couple of pieces under attack, the rook on d5, the bishop on h6, and Tatev moves on to win this one with the black pieces. All she had to do in the second game is to make a draw to clinch the match. She did not manage to make a draw in the Classical. Will she be able to do it in Blitz? Let's take a look. She played e4, and Carissa once again played her Sicilian. But after the move knight to a5, it seems like everything is flowing in White's direction. I have to say, Tatev was really feeling the position in this one. Bishop to d4, e5, bishop to e3, provoking the closure of the bishop on g7. Keep an eye on that bishop on g7, as you will see in just a second. Something happened. Knight to c4, bishop takes c4, we exchange that. Now you have to defend the pawn on c4. h5 and knight to f8, huge blunder by Carissa Ip, and Tatev immediately spots the winning move, and that is h6. There's absolutely no way you will come back from this one. You're losing the bishop on g7, piece down, and Tatev wins it 2-0 and moves on to the championship bracket finals.
But the crazy part is all of that action was not where it was at. What was amazing was the Fabiano Levon Aronian show, right?
So many Blitz games, just incredible things happening there.
4 incredible Blitz games that kept us on the edge of our seat. We've got them all teed up for you. Take a look at the highlights of the Blitz match. Blitz play up, Queen H1.
I like that move.
I do too. Rook E5 is on his agenda. Queen D5 check. Rook E5. Again, but Levon he's finding remarkable H5 is hanging.
Queen to e4, rook f6, h5, yes.
That must be a winning. Now,
Rook e8.
And Queen H1.
Wow. Queen H1. Even the rooks. I thought we liked the rook on A5.
I loved the rook on A5. I thought we were going King C2 and Rook A1. Clock times?
10 seconds for Fabiano.
And
he
6 seconds
needs to
for
make a
Levon.
move.
6 seconds for Levon.
Bishop!
Oh! That hurt.
Once again, he wins on demand and
Fabi
forces.
blunders a rook. Levon Aronian wins. Fabi just captured a pawn with check.
He's up 1 pawn.
But how much time? He took all of his time. Queen G5 check.
King B1. The king is trying to hide there.
I would go Queen F5. That pins the rook.
That's exactly what he does.
That is uncomfortable, so moving away from the pin. 2 seconds on the clock for Levon.
Oh!
Queen C1, queen takes
Fabi
D3.
wins the game with a last-second check on the back rank. King H3. King H3? No.
Knight F3, rook to B3.
Pinning that
Rook
knight.
D7, good move.
Yeah, that was a very good move. And again, he a pawn up.
Yeah.
Rook and pawn endgame.
2 versus 2. They agree to a draw, and Fabiano moves on.
Oh, they
the
can't
champion.
make a
cannot
draw.
agree on a draw.
But I think Chris has understood that. Yeah, you're not supposed to offer a draw. Congratulations to Fabi. Quite the shakeup in our championships brackets. Kate, do the honors. Tell us how the day ended.
Yes, let's look at the champions women's bracket. So it is Tatev Abrahamian who first defeated Anna Zatonsky, now Carissa Ip, and she's in the final playing now Alice Lee, who first defeated Nazi Paikidze and today Irina Krush.
And in the open champions bracket, what do you have for us here?
Here it is Hikaru Nakamura who first won against Abhimanyu Mishra, today against Lanier Dominguez, and he's gonna play Fabiano Caruana, who was able to win against Ray Robson, and today against Levon Aronian.
I always love it when the number 1 and the number 2 seed match up. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow. But tell us about tomorrow's schedule.
So tomorrow's schedule is we're going to be playing both brackets. In the champions bracket, there will be 1 classical game, and in the elimination bracket, there will be 2 rapid games. And if necessary, the playoff will decide who continues in the elimination bracket and who's out.
It's been action galore, but you get the final word, Cristian.
Well, I have to say, so much fun today in those tie breaks, especially. We expected this.
Yes.
The match between Levon and Fabiano always produces fireworks. And of course, seeing Tatev dominate in the Blitz section.
Congratulations.
Carissa, congratulations to her. I cannot wait for the champions finals tomorrow.
Sounds perfect. Looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone. We hope to see you tomorrow. Good night from St. Louis.
Bye, everyone.
Wow.